Attention! Group masturbation.
Guys, I just bought this new Ishin game. So far there's no bicycles, no sword saints with a gun, and no Friday night. So the game kinda sucks, honestly. Now wait a minute. Oh, okay. Okay guys, this might actually be good. Now there was a legend about an achievement. No, stop. We already done this like, what, 3 times already? This is getting old. Like a dragon, Ishin 100% from scratch. That's right, we're switching it up a bit. Didn't expect that, did ya now? Now let's get ready. Gamer headset? On. Knuckles? Cracked. A full list of Sega employees with their full home addresses awaiting my unavoidable vengeance? Ready. Yep, it's gaming time. Pop up the legendary difficulty and away we go! Wow, we got our first achievement already. This is going to be so easy! We have a new format, everybody. Clap it up! Yay! Instead of me just jumping from topic to topic, I will try to be an actual YouTuber and separate this video into chapters, covering the main story, the sub-stories, the dungeons, the minigames, the ultimate challenges, and completion lists. That's right, there are 2 of them for some reason. Thank you, Sega. Oh, come on, do the thing. What thing? The chapter, goddammit! We're not going to go into much details about this story, as I don't want to spoil too much. No, Kazama-san, no! Oh god, it's even sadder the second time. Now, the main story has a lot of things going for it. The characters are just amazing, and for a reason, as the game basically handpicks Yakuza's best characters. And just a quick side note here, I really love the fact that Mina is in this. He's one of my favorite Yakuza characters of all time, and it is such a shame not many people can appreciate the guy, since the only thing I hear about Yakuza 3 is...
Should I skip Yakuza 3?
So I've been playing Yakuza 3 and I feel that's
three
slow
worth it,
story
helpful.
wise.
I'm fucking done.
It's
I played it on hard mode, thinking
it
it
was
was
hard.
to get it
Immediately
out.
after
And
both
then I
songs,
kissed
so
it
maybe
three
it's not
times.
based
No! Real gamers do not skip Yakuza 3. You are telling me you're going to miss out on this part?
Aru. Okay, got it. No. There's no change in the plan. Bye.
But the story itself is not that deep. It reminds me a lot about Yakuza 4 without the rubber bullets. Or maybe with them. What the fuck is this damage? Everyone betrays everyone is spying for everyone, and Kiryu, oh I'm sorry, I mean Ryoma, I'm sorry, I mean Saito, I'm sorry, I mean Hajime-chan, is fucking dumb. But that's okay, because he's a real man, and real men ought to be a little stupid. Huh? Who is this guy now? Oh my god, it's
10 years in the joint made you a fucking pussy. Bring that shit, Kazuma. 10 years in the joint made you better than me? How do you like this? What, you think you're better than me? 10 years in the joint made you better than me? Bring that.
Ah, god damn it. Oh, is it just going to be DMC 3 again? Fuck you, game. Well, now I see that this is more like DMC 2 actually. It's almost a shame to admit that this whole game I've been doing this soy jack thing at literally any character review ever, but I mean, how can you not?
新選組はいつから青春活劇の舞台になったんや
Oh my god,
新八ちゃん
No way! Who's it? I don't know, it just feels so nice seeing all my favorite characters together. I love it. Why do I have this strange need to drink soy milk and watch Marvel movies now? And the thing about the story is that it is very, well, overcomplicated. All characters have switched names, well, except for Haruka, because it is Haruka. Anyway, Haruka, I'm bored, I'm gonna kill you. And some characters have up to 3 different aliases, and some are never called by their first name, except for that one time when you start to think, who the absolute fuck are they talking about? But then you open up the character list and go like, ah, now I get it. Half of the story you just bounce from one place to another, where you are immediately sent back to another location to be told the princess is in another castle, to then immediately be sent back again. Are you tired of this yet? Not to mention the inexcusable, offensive, downright infuriating censorship this game went through. I was promised an ass slap. Where is it, Sega? Where is it? That's it. We're putting you in the F tier.
Yeah.
Wait, is this? It's receive you, right? Oh my god, they did not. Okay, maybe we should put you in the B tier actually. Wait, this is Pledge of the Dragon, right? S tier for Sega. Now I want to talk about the bosses, and if you have been watching this channel, first of all, you are epic, and second of all, I love bosses in video games. And this game does have some great ones. Sarah, Majima, Saejima, 10 years and Mine are all really good fights, but they're also accompanied by some of the dumbest and lamest fights imaginable. There is this one time in a game where you have this amazing encounter with none other than the gun god Daigo Dojima, and the build up to the fight is so strong. You immediately want an honorable cool duel, start whooping his ass, and then he just... What the fuck are those fireballs? Why does he throw dildos at me? What? And it's not only him. A lot of the bosses in the game start doing these strange magic attacks, straight out of Neo, and it just feels so wrong. I don't know, it's very subjective. I understand the reason why they do it. It's just such an immersion breaker. And I know, haha, Yakuza immersion breaker, get real. But still, by the middle point of the game, everyone just becomes a fucking wizard from that one wizard game that nobody played. I don't know, me not like it. Wait guys, I just said that maybe DMC reboot is not that good. Please, I can explain.
Yeah, the great number.
So this is just going to be your typical sheep following the
virtual abilities of art design they use to create most of them 5 levels and one final animation where the character make an animation with a zone range.
Imagine just Daigo popping up behind them and shooting everyone down, that would be the best. So this is all I have to say about the story. Not the best, definitely not the worst. Although no orphans to talk to for 12 hours, no taxi driving, and no I wanna be your girl, 0 out of 10. Oh shit, who's it gonna be? Ah, fuck
10 years in
no!
the joint made you a fucking pussy. Bring that shit, 10 years in the joint made you a fucking pussy. Not yet. 10 years in the joint made you a fucking pussy.
I will try to be an actual YouTuber. No, Kazama-san, no!
No. There's no change in the plan.
What the fuck are those fireballs? Oh, I'm sorry, is this annoying? You want to skip it, don't you? Well, how do you think I felt when the game previously unloaded me every time after every chapter? Combat in this game is awesome. It's stylish, it's slashy, it's fun, and has a lot of freedom. Styles are back, thank God. And they're all cool, except not really. 90% of the time you're going to be using the Wild Dancer and the Swordsman. Dancer is simply OP, and it's equivalent to Rush style but with AoE. Swordsman does a lot, and I mean a lot of damage, but it's quite clunky and slow. If your opponent rolls, you are simply hitting air, so it's only really good against slow and heavy targets, and also it can infinitely stun lock a lot of enemies. Now, which ones are left? Ah yes, the gun and the fist. Fists are just terrible. They do pretty much no damage, don't stagger the heavy enemies, and the hitbox of the attacks is the size of a flea. The only good thing about them is the counter. Your basic idea is to counter to get the buff that makes you unstunnable, switch styles and whack some shit up. Even the Tiger Drop is useless in this game, as the sword has the exact same Tiger Drop, except 10 times better. And the gun is very strong, but it's just so boring. The quick way to fix it is to do some different shooting animations, but alas, DMC2 baby. The hit action kick ass though. Yes! Finally, revelation. I've been doing the same move for hours. Wait, did he just fart? But the fighting itself is kinda like this. No, you know what? It's actually more like this. And actually I think it's more like this. Don't get me wrong, when the fighting works, it's just brilliant, perfection, magic. But some other times it's just this. The hitboxes are also all over the place, especially on the spears. Enemies also have this weird thing about them, where they themselves decide when to stagger and when to not. Sometimes they will stagger, and sometimes fuck you. Not to mention that a lot of the attacks in this game are very poorly indicated. Let's count the wind-up frames on this one. Okay... Oh, did you miss it? You must have blinked. Let me rewind that again. And also these attacks will one-shot you like it's nothing, because it's a dumb stat check. Not high enough level? Fuck you! You like that, you stupid son of a bitch? You like that? Eat shit and die! Where were we? Fuck the platinum, I forgot. Instead of being an average taxi driver in the Balkans, you have to clear these Elden Ring dungeons instead. They're not really hard, especially with the right trooper cards. Jesus Christ, Psycho. Years must have been rough on you, huh? They even were fun at one point. Fun, huh? I'll forget what this word is later. Another thing we need to do is the arena. This one is legitimately fun and challenging, especially if you do it early. But some of the fights are just straight up bullshit. Like, what the fuck is this? Important note, health does not regen in between rounds, because... Why? 100-man beatdown you have to do is also pretty good, but gets stale pretty quick. Again, we'll return here a lot in the future. Oh my god. Rikia! Rikia, fucking kill everyone in this room. And that is all there is to say about combat, and now we go on to the most important part of any Yakuza game ever. The funny sub-stories. Okay, real talk, sub-stories in this game do be bossy. You can fight a bear, you can be a bear, but that doesn't matter, because a cat might be funny. Okay, I just have to buy some fish for cooking. Oh, a sub-story! Okay, what's your deal? Do you need food like everyone fucking else in this piece of shit city? Oh no! I mean, at my age, it's no surprise to discover your body changing with shit all your mushrooms and all your mushrooms younger than you. Even things like nowadays are changing to be short and interesting, and even younger than men. Are you finished? He might have aged quite a bit, but he's still got the same look. Make it stop. Please, make it end. Guys, I'm on a very important mission to get my pants back, because this guy stole my sushi sack, and on top of that, he decided to hurt this dog, which means I'm going to split him in half. Okay, now this is a good game. So I came here to spend some good time with the ladies, if you know what I'm saying, or what I'm super saying rather, to get some sweet juicy ass, and now this is happening. Okay, whoever designed this one, give him the best human award, and give him two actually. Jesus Christ, Sega. What, you want a pumpkin now? Well, it seems like Belle Delphine may finally get a worthy opponent after all. Okay, what in the love of Goro Majima is going on there? Yeah, you know, this is honestly such a mood at this point. Okay, that's most of the sub-stories done, just need some materials to upgrade my sword and... Oh god, no, not again! Fuck the mochi. All the popular tea shops have them. The other day I was passing by the cafe, so I've heard about this pumpkin stream he's about to do, where he's going to shove a whole pumpkin up his ass. Oh my god, so relatable. I too sit in my room jerking off all day, but the women these days are so bad SMH. Where are all the good women that can appreciate a nice guy like me? SM fucking H. As always with these sub-stories, we have to fight Ammon. But to actually do that, you have to find the Hey Bye man and help him find his journals scattered around the map. And if that sounds easy, it's not. All the journals do not have anything different in comparison to the prize tickets that are also scattered around the map. Not to mention, some of them do not appear at all until you do a certain mission. So what will happen is, you will run around picking up prize tickets for 9 times in a row, but on your 10th time, a journal might appear there. There are no guides available for the journals yet. I'm looking at you, Sirix. So I had to rely on myself to find all of them. I know, cringe. And through pure luck, I got every single one except for the last one. I ran through the map trying to find it, but nothing. Then I thought of all the places that might have hid it, and I am a fucking genius! Bye. Time to fight Ammon. Please don't be a cannon, please don't be a cannon, please don't be a cannon. He wasn't that big of a deal, just very damaged Spongy. And after that PewDiePie funny montage, we are moving to Minigames. Okay, I just loaded up into open world, and first thing first, where is karaoke? Okay, got it. Guys, I have changed my mind. Sega is moving to ultimate god level tier. Karaoke in Ishin is just perfect. Hit confirmation, sound effects, songs are just perfect. Although a little bit too easy in my opinion. Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my god! Be gone thoughts! I can't press the buttons! That was very relaxing. Let's try dancing now. Okay, fine. Honestly, I've seen a lot of people talking shit about this minigame. I really like it. Perhaps one of the best minigames they have ever made. It's fun, it's challenging, it's amazing, and the songs just slap.
I can't believe you didn't include Mahjong.
You just skipped over Mahjong like it is.
No mention of Mahjong.
What is this?
Hey, do not mention the Mahjong.
I hear you. Okay, fine. Mahjong it is. See, I don't really understand why people complaining about Mahjong. You just go and then you easily win. If you are struggling though, here's a small tip from Uncle Bass. Since the Dragon Engine games, Mahjong has been really generous with pairs. So here's my cheese strat. If you have 3 pairs in your opening hand, start collecting all triplets. Steal all the tiles for triplets. You might lose some, but when you will win, it will be a man-gun pretty much all the time, which is extremely good. Or sometimes it even might be... Okay, what is this now? Okay, I can get behind this. You know what this minigame is missing? A middle-aged man yelling yes every time you chop a log.
Yes! I hit the button, I swing the axe. Classic. Are you gonna say yes after every time I split a log?
Yes.
Shogi. Get out of here. I'm a master of this shit. Hold on. Got it. Easy peasy. Okay, now. Let's play baseball. Hit the ball. Shoot the ball. Miss goes bad. Start again! For real though, this minigame is awesome. Now we go to the gambling hall, and you already know how I despise this shit if you watched my Yakuza 0 video. You can call me crazy all you want, but RNG in this one is insane. I have never been fucked this hard in all of gambling games throughout the series. Even Koi felt ridiculously hard to win, but with gambling it is always more time consuming than challenging, so it's really only a matter of time until you get that one straight top! Let's go, pay up you bloody wankers. But the minigame that deserves to be talked about the most is the chicken races. They may seem very funny at first, but they're also very evil. As it turns out, this minigame is basically the only reliable way to get big money, and the game requires an unreasonable amount of money to get the trophy, which means...
One eternity later.
I have stared at these chickens for I don't even know how long. Please make it stop. It may seem like stats matter at first, but then you realize that they don't. If you want my tips, always bet on Egg Janaika, Fit Demon and Sneaky Bird, if you have them available. They seem to all have a win rate higher than 70% for me at least. But now, don't tell anyone I told you this, but there is a certain glitch discovered by this wonderful fella to get a lot of money and virtue fast. I will link it in the description, and now, don't mind me, I just played with chickens a little bit. Ah yes, fishing, my beloved. I missed you so much since Yakuza 0. Give me the ghost koi, please! Now, at first, fishing seemed very easy. I got all the legendary fish pretty quickly, but the problem arrived from the place I did not expect it to arrive. I needed to catch a big tuna. Now, tuna in general is pretty rare, but a big one? That is just 1% rare. But while getting another dumb completion line of getting 10 tunas, I noticed something. No matter how many times you catch a tuna, it will always be a tuna of the same size until you reset the game. So if you really want to get yourself a tuna, throw the bait, catch one, if you did it, reset and save scam to save money. Oh, and try not to punch a hole in your monitor every time you see a shark.
Can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
We also have a pasta minigame from Yakuza 5, but 10 times harder. At least for me. I have terrible memory, so I'm not kidding when I say I suck at this game. Please, I worked so hard for this game. Please just give me the rank. Fuck! After some time though I got it, but not a single thing in the world could prepare me for what was coming next. Ooh. Get your kids away from the screens, as we are going to brothel. It's probably going to be like in Witcher 3, I believe. Okay, what is this minigame? And I failed. Come on game, not even a tutorial? Might have seen my post about it already, but I'm not a fan of these courtesan minigames. Sake drinking is just a copy of a massage parlor from Yakuza 4, but worse. Are you kidding me right now? Rock, paper, scissors is okay, considering you have cheats.
Shungite.
The only problem with it is that this fucking song will be stuck in your head for a month. But the worst part about it all is this shit. Don't get me wrong, the concept is amazing and funny. This seems okay, right? Well, you're wrong. I'm pretty bad at 2D shooters. Fuck! Now what do you mean? Piece of fucking shit crap! Oh my god, suck a dick. But this is close to impossible. The timing on some of these is very narrow, and if you miss it once, you lose a life. Not to mention, the heart you're supposed to be shooting sometimes refuses to move during the only time you are able to hit it. If you want some advice on this one, never be greedy and move from right to left and then from left to right. It does seem impossible at first, but once you understand when you're supposed to move fast and never use the power up, it will kill you. Now, we're only left with farming minigames because it's just a thing now. Every game ever needs to have a farm now, it's a fact. So this is pretty simple, you grow crops, sell them and then... Excuse me, Haruka, are you just pretending to be walking? Jesus, no wonder Kiryu slapped you. Insert a Gordon Ramsay joke here, I don't fucking care anymore. After cooking 200 of these things, you just don't want to touch food ever again in your life. Anyway, before I go completely insane, let's take a break and do some ultimate challenges. They are mostly alright, although a bit boring at times. Except for one. This one. I don't know what sick, twisted maniac created this one, but it is pure hell. Your time limit here is extremely narrow. I'm talking MGR VR missions narrow. One mistake equals you have to start over, and since geniuses at Sega still did not manage to come up with the restart button, you have to quit to the menu and launch it again. And pretty much 90% of the time it is not your mistake that kills you. Ninja's AI is just completely broken in this game. Sometimes they'll get stuck in a wall, and sometimes they'll run 10 miles away from you, sometimes they'll just stand there and do nothing, and sometimes they'll just throw a kunai and stun you for an hour. No matter where you stand, it will connect anyway, even if you are behind them. Sometimes they will die from one hit, sometimes they die from 2 hits, and sometimes they can block hits as well. If a ninja falls with legs against the wall, you lose. If bandits refuse to spawn for more than a second, you lose. If bandits get too far away from each other, you lose. It is also not helping that when an enemy is laying down on the ground, half of your attacks will probably miss. Amazing! Through pure RNG I got it and was forced to steal eggs from the chickens trying to catch me. That is just the most Yakuza sentence I have ever said. But as always, the most exciting about the ultimate fights are the boss rushes, and I don't really have much to say about them. They are far too easy, although pretty fun, the last one especially. And now for the ultimate test, the completion list. Now, this game has one big problem. By the time of me recording this video, I platinumed 3 Yakuza games, and some frustrating elements aside, they were pretty fun. Yakuza 7 kinda fell off towards the end with all the EXP grinding you have to do, but it was still pretty fun. Usually with Yakuza games, the main wall you're going to face are the completion lists. They're tough, but by the time of me getting to NG Plus or Platinum Adventure or whatever, I usually have the list completed to like 70 to 80%, with me playing minigames a couple of times for fun and doing some small things like eating out or consuming food. Now the problem in this game is that it has some really good content, like the minigames are fun, combat is mostly fun, the setting is amazing, but in terms of Platinum Trophy, it is really, and I mean really overdone. Each point in the completion list is just so unrealistically out there. For my money, these things are supposed to be done while you're playing the main game, if you're doing everything right, and not running around in NG Plus eating 150 oranges to get a completion list. This is not how it's supposed to work. Even the minigames are way overdone. The log minigame? Pretty cool, right? Chop 300 pieces of wood, you fucking donkey. Seems like too much, right? Well, fuck you have to do it 500 times actually. Every single point in the completion list is just way overdone. It even seemed like they wanted the story to be twice as long, and then they cut it down to like half the length. That's how much extra shit you need to do. Why do you have to cook food 200 times when there are only 15 dishes? Why do you have to clear 100 caves when you make like 50 of them? Why do I have to activate my trooper abilities 1500 fucking times? Jesus, even saying this out loud feels like a lot. Oh, but who cares about the achievements? Just enjoy the game. And I get it. I am ready to go the extra mile to get the trophy. I'm just that kind of guy. But why set these unrealistic standards for your game to be completed to 100%? That's a big problem. Now, realistically, if the player beats all the content there is, he should get the trophy in my book. Repeating the same shit over and over doesn't really add anything to the experience, especially when we're talking about gear. fucking equipment grinding in this game sucks so much dick, it's insane. I don't know who the hell in this studio decided that equipment should be a part of a completion trophy, but fuck that guy in particular. Was it you, Alessandro Colombo? Answer me right now! Oh no, now the new Death Stranding will never come out. What have I done? I'll give you a quick example of just how degenerative the system really is. To beat Ammon, you have to do all the sub-stories, beat the game, find all archives and clear all dungeons. Then you have to fight him 2 times and only then do you get his OP sword. Cool, right? Wrong. Turns out you get one of the worst swords in the game, and to make it better you have to kill 100 enemies with it. Oh, that is just like that one sword in Skyrim. That seems really cool. Wrong again, fucker. Now you have to collect 20 of each of the rarest materials in the game to craft this sword. Are you fucking kidding me? You can't buy or obtain these materials in any way unless you grind the last dungeon for it, as it is the only place where this thing drops. With some very rough calculations, I came up to a conclusion that you need to clear it about 100 times to get the sword. Only this one. And there are like 50 of them. Some materials you can buy from merchants or grind from the arena. And you have to grind the arena, as it is the only reliable way to get the aquamarine for that one rare pistol. But it's not that bad, guys. You only have to win the last tournament, I don't know, about 80 times to get the ingredients, it's fine. So let's say you do get the sword, you do grind the dungeon, you do grind it for 8 hours just like me. Now the question: what are you going to use it on? By this point you already probably beat the game, Ammon, and probably the master gangbangs as well. What do you do with your OP sword? Show it up your ass and grind for more swords, that's what. The funny thing is, none of the rewards you get for completing the game's lists matter at all, as they don't count towards the completion, as you specifically need to craft everything. Are you fucking kidding me? We interrupt this rant with a very important message coming from the new hit game Yakuza, Like a Dragon Ishin. With a very special report from the center of the game, our reporter Bess. Bess, you're alive. Thank you, Bess. As it turns out, the game contains a cute dog that you can not only adopt, but also name it Joker. It also turns out that the dog can perform the legendary dog flip. I'm still confirming the fact that Magic School Bus have made the decision to move the game to Ascended Saiyan God level tier. And don't even get me started on the seals. That is easily the worst part about platinuming the game. Seals are basically the dumb JRPG bullshit way of upgrading your weapons, providing such amazing bonuses as 1% more armor or 2% more attack. Incredible. How do you get them? Fuck you! There are only 2 ways of getting seals. It's either random encounters or disassembling your equipment for them. Now, I got pretty lucky. I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty much 80 or 70% of the seals from random encounters, and had to only grind them with a blacksmith for just a bit of time. There is a very helpful spreadsheet on the sealed grinding. I will link it down below if you genuinely want to grind them. But you know what is the best part about the seals? The game only counts the seals you have successfully installed, and you might fail at that quite easily.
And I'm Kanye West.
And it's scripted too, you can't save scam it. But I actually did find a way to save scam it. You have to save before you enchant a different piece of equipment, then hard reset the game like enter a battle or dojo or something, and then you can try again. Never gamble with a rare seal without a save, you will regret it. Doggy! Want to be bet? Ah, Jesus, what have I done? And it was that moment where I realized that I was fucking done. Not even Virgil could motivate me to continue. That is just too painful. So much of the pain, I cannot bear it anymore. Are you fucking No, what do you mean? Fuck you! You specifically need to craft everything. 300 pieces of wood, you fucking donkey. Doggy! Guys, I have changed my mind. Whoever designed Sega is moving, give him perhaps one of the best minigames they have ever made. Ah, you're right. you're always right. After about 20 hours of bashing my head against the dungeons, I finally crafted all the equipment in the game. And after doing all this, I can confirm this is just garbage game design. Well, you don't have to do the trophies, just move on, Lemao! If you really want to do this yourself, here is what you have to do. Get the wooden pistol that buffs the item drop rate, stack 2 seals that increase the item drop rate, get the jelly sword, do the same thing with it, and thus you may pray to some eldritch gods to get the red drops from the small dudes near the boss. I for instance got 4 dragon fangs on one run, it really does save a lot of time. One of the last things left to do on our list are the 100 seals thingy, which is pretty easy, as you can basically recycle the same seal over and over, which is exactly what I did.
Please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned.
Next we had to kill 100 enemies with our special moves, and you know what that means.
Helicopter, helicopter! Paracofer, paracofer!
And now the only thing needed to be done is the last heat action. The tea kettle one. Now, where the fuck is this tea kettle? I'm not kidding, I was running around trying to find the damn thing, but I did not see it anywhere. Until I did. Wait, can I? Fucking god, are you telling me I cannot use this one? Fucking really? The search continues, my fellow children. Yes. As it turns out, you don't have to look for the cattle. Kiryu will just materialize it out of thin air. I was never more excited to see a man pouring hot water onto another one. Yes. Fucking yes! I got it! Top 0.1%, baby! I wonder why it is so low. No, can't be that. Perhaps collecting 50 wells was a bit too hard. But, oh well, that ends well. What can I say, right? Wait.
10 years in the...
It's been quite a tradition to include these segments in my 100% videos, right? Oh well. Without a doubt, this was the hardest piece of bullcrap I have ever went through in a video game. I have never seen a platinum trophy being this much RNG dependent. In my opinion, the game is great, but has some obvious flaws. I get that it's a remaster, but there were definitely things that needed to be redone or refined more. But oh well, it is what it is, I guess. I have another one of these coming up soon, maybe in 2 weeks or so. Not nearly as exciting as this one, but still was pretty fun to do. Thank you for being here, and oh god, please no, not again! Well, I found myself thinking about him more and more since here, but I also the dragon thanks about 8 hours, and I really start to think that being alive is overrated.